This weekend, as we continue our Lenten journey of faith and prepare our hearts for the sacredness of Holy Week and the renewed joy of Easter, I wish to share some updates and information regarding this wonderful parish and school community of Sacred Heart. For 9 months, I have witnessed firsthand your love for your parish here at Sacred Heart, your attendance at Mass, your willingness to be of service, your faith and steadfast commitment to living out the gospel has inspired Father Jim and I in our ministry to you. Attendance at Sunday and daily Mass, along with the vibrancy of parish ministries, illustrates the youthfulness of the parish and its eagerness to grow in faith and service. Happily and with great confidence, I've shared this reality with Archbishop Perez as he discerns a new pastor for Sacred Heart Parish. I am deeply thankful for your patience and support during these 9 months and ask for it as I continue to serve you until the middle of June when your new pastor will arrive. Serving in 2 parishes is a formidable task, but your assistance and that of the people of St. Denis have made it much more manageable, and I am deeply, deeply grateful. I'd like to share some updates with you now and some challenges that we need to address in the short term. When I arrived, I was trying to get a handle on the overall administration of the parish in dealing with our finances. The absence of a pastoral and finance council made this a significant challenge. I'm happy to say that with the input of the very dedicated pastoral staff of the parish, we have formulated a working pastoral council who is helping to plot a vision and pastoral plan for this parish, and a functioning finance council that reviews and offers advice and recommendations on the temporalities, the finances of the parish. In particular, the Finance Council has reviewed the recently completed audit report of the parish, the full and transparent balance statement of the parish, as well as profit and loss statements of the past year and the current year. It took some time to organize these reports, and I am well aware that presentations like this one often happen in the fall after the completion of the fiscal year. But it was not possible for me to do so without a fuller understanding of the operations of the parish and school at that time. Now, having had the opportunity to compile and together review with the Finance Council, I feel much more confident to share the following information with you. In sharing this financial information, I do so with great sensitivity, knowing that our nation and economy are fragile. And I know that many of us are facing personal financial challenges. I give this information to you with hopes that you will have a better appreciation for all that takes place here at Sacred Heart. The parish has a cash savings as of March 15th of $493,364. This money is currently in an Archdiocesan loan and trust account, and slightly less than half of it is in a CD at WSFS. In 2021, on the same date, the parish cash savings was $968,380. This reduction of $473,000 owes mostly to the demand for increased parish subsidy to the school, middle school improvements, and deficits over the last 3 years. We have faced several years of sizable deficits at the end of the fiscal year and have had to rely on reserves to make up for those cash shortfalls. Again, now with a parish budget and an operating finance council, we will have decipherable benchmarks to oversee expenses and predict our cash flow. This spending trend is reversible. I'm happy to report that the balanced school budget for next year calls for a reduction in parish subsidy to the school in the amount of $200,000. At the same time, we worked hard to ensure that tuition is manageable for our families and that our teachers are compensated appropriately. There is a plan to further the reduction of parish subsidy so that it will be aligned with the parish's affordability. At this time, while a 2-year reduction has taken place, it is still not safely manageable amount of money for subsidy for the parish. That being said, I believe that subsidy is a responsibility of the parish to some extent. It is a budgeting work in progress. The bright side is that our school enrollment is up. This year we opened with more students, 228 students total, than the budget anticipated, and that has helped our cash flow. This too gives us confidence in lowering our subsidy in the future to the school, and this upward trajectory in enrollment is already anticipated going into next year for the current enrollment exceeds the budgetary anticipations. We are expecting 250 students next year. I am able to say, from what I have learned in the past months, that the school is moving in the right direction with enrollment and its ongoing plans for improvement. The school has participated for several years in a process of monthly review with the Office of Catholic Education, the Office for Parish Finance Services, and Educational Support of the Archdiocese of Philadelphia to help us manage our cash flow and help us in the area of development. In addition, the school has been awarded for 2 years a grant to help with staffing, and most significantly, a singular donation for air conditioning for $155,000 was given last year by one of our parishioners. Recently, an annual appeal was launched to help the school financially and has in a short time raised over $13,000. Thank you for all that have responded to this appeal. We are grateful for the ongoing assistance of the Catholic War Vet Fund that quarterly contributes $10,000 to the school, $40,000 annually. In addition, the dedication of the Home and School Association has been remarkable, and each dollar they raise through the year goes to the operating budget of the school. I express deep gratitude to all of you for your commitment to the weekly Sunday collections. It is from this vital income of funds that we are able to operate. Our collections, as of March 15th, for the year, are at $502,000. I know there's updated information in the bulletin today, but this is from our last Finance Council meeting. Almost exactly where we were the same time last year. Like you, the parish has not escaped the increases of expenses owing to inflation in other areas where inflation has at times crippled our expenses. Especially in the area of insurance, we have had over an 18% increase just this year. I would ask that you prayerfully reflect upon an increase in your weekly offerings to the parish. This too would help us to become financially solvent and not have to depend on our decreasing reserves. Even if just a few dollars a month, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Of particular concern this year was the large decrease in the annual parish appeal. Thus far, $31,400 has been received. Last year, while there were some large one-time gifts, the appeal amounted to $55,478, and the year before last was $40,161. This annual gift to the parish is a very important part of the income expectations we need to have a balanced budget. In addressing the ongoing financial and spiritual needs of the parish, I discussed with our regional bishop, Bishop John McIntyre, and he in turn with the Archbishop, the potential to grow and improve our parish financial circumstances, to position better the savings of the parish and how we might be able to manage moving ahead with the need to address long-deferred maintenance on the campus. To that end, we examined the sale of the separated house of the rectory purchased in the 1960s for the retirement of the beloved Monsignor Falls. This proposal to sell the portion of the property was presented to Archbishop Perez, to our pastoral and finance councils, and was accepted as a formal path toward financial stability. We have begun the process to monetize this property. You may have noticed already that the bridge connecting the two twins over what was an existing driveway has been removed, and other things have begun to prepare it for sale. It is due to go on the market this coming week. The remaining portion of the rectory will be more than ample space for potentially, if ever needed, for 3 priests to live comfortably. At the same time, I have toured the pastoral and finance councils through the entire rectory to see firsthand that it was in need of serious repairs. These repairs are all well underway, and it will allow for a welcoming atmosphere to the new pastor and for good stewardship on our part of these parish buildings. The cost for these repairs are not astronomical, but they were most necessary. The largest expense thus far has been the replacement of a flat roof over the rectory, costing approximately $18,000, which had been leaking for some time and did major damage to one of the rooms on the second floor above and has caused leakage into the chapel walls. The majority of the work is electrical, since most of it was not to code. The entire interior of the building needs plastering, repairs, and painting. This beautiful church has seen some maintenance improvements recently, the changing out of all the light bulbs with much more efficient LED lighting, and has enhanced the beauty of the church with more brightness. In addition, the statues and the stations of the cross were professionally cleaned to remove years of buildup on them. The church is obviously in need of painting, but first the issue of several serious and damaging leaks needs to be addressed. This is currently being worked on. These are but just a few things that stand out that I needed to share with you so that you are fully aware of everything that is happening in this, your parish. I am happy to discuss or answer questions or review in detail the finances of the parish with anyone of what I have spoken about today, with anyone in the near future. The goal of a presentation like this is to be a transparent steward of what I have been entrusted with here at Sacred Heart. This is a wonderful parish. I've enjoyed these 9 months with you, and while the challenges of not being able to be with you more have been felt on my part and yours, I believe that we still have accomplished much. I know that there have been uneasy times for the parish and school community, but I believe the days of the coming Easter season remind us that we are indeed people of hope and people of joy. I ask you that with this joy and hope renewed, that you continue to support this wonderful parish with your time, talent, and most especially your treasure. I promise you that I, along with the pastoral and finance councils, will be good stewards of all that you offer to the Lord for the good of this parish. While I remain with you till June, I want you to know that Father Jim and I have been blessed to be among such wonderful people who love and serve the Lord Jesus and who truly love their parish. That, my friends, is a blessing, and truly what makes Sacred Heart a wonderful parish. Thank you.